Welcome, dear listener. It's time to unwind. Let the noise of the day gently fade into the distance. Allow your body to rest, your mind to slow down, and your breath to deepen. Softly, slowly. Tonight, we're going to travel somewhere special, not through the skies, but through time. To a place once known as the crown jewel of learning and quiet brilliance in the heart of West Africa, the gentle golden city of Timbuktu. Timbuktu. Even the name sounds like a lullaby. Far from the bustling cities of today, Timbuktu once rose gently from the sands where the desert met the river. In a place so peaceful, camels seemed to walk in whispers. Long ago, the Niger River curved like a ribbon through West Africa, and along its bend, a caravan town took root. It wasn't founded by kings or warriors, but by travelers and traders, people who followed the stars, the wind, and the silent roads of sand. It began quietly, sometime in the 12th century. The Tuareg people, graceful nomads of the Sahara, first settled there. They carried salt from the desert, gold from the south, and stories from everywhere. They built their homes from sun-dried mud brick, walls thick and cool, doors low and arched, designed to keep the desert heat at bay. Over time, the trickle of traders became a flow, and the little settlement became a city, and not just any city, but one known not for power or conquest, but for thought, the gentle glow of knowledge. By the 14th century, Timbuktu had become something rare, a place where books were more precious than jewels. Imagine walking slowly through its winding streets, the warm scent of sun-baked earth all around, the low hum of voices under linen canopies. Men in flowing robes with kind eyes and soft sandals passed by, carrying leather satchels filled with knowledge. Notebooks of astronomy, poetry, medicine, law, and theology, hand-copied with care, every dot and line a work of art. Here, people didn't shout to be heard. They read. They debated quietly in courtyards. They taught under the stars. Timbuktu's scholars weren't just locals. They came from Cairo, from Fez, from Mecca. And they brought more than ideas. They brought harmony. In the mornings, students would gather beneath the shade of acacia trees, listening to the gentle words of wise teachers, writing slowly, with reed pens dipped in ink made of soot and honey. The great libraries. And then there were the libraries. So many, tucked quietly into the city's heart, like secret gardens of parchment. The most famous of all was the Library of Sankore. Attached to a mosque, it held thousands of manuscripts, each carefully wrapped, labelled, and preserved. Not in glass cases, but on wooden shelves, tended like family heirlooms. These were books of law, of mathematics, of love poems, of the stars and the rain. Books written in Arabic, Fulani, Songhai, and more, all living together peacefully. Some pages were illuminated with gold leaf, others simply penned with gentle lines and thoughtful notes. To hold one was to feel the pulse of time, soft, steady, and wise. Imagine the dust motes dancing in the morning light, the quiet hush of feet on old wood, and the sacred silence of minds at rest. Daily life in Timbuktu was gentle and rhythmical. Mornings began with the call to prayer, soft and melodic, followed by the rustle of date palms and the hum of market voices. Markets here were more than places to buy and sell, they were places to share ideas, A seller might offer incense and quote poetry with it. A buyer might trade dates for paper and stay to hear a fable. Children played near wells, their laughter floating like kites in the wind. Women in bright, flowing wraps gathered to grind millet, their songs rising in soft harmony. In the distance, the river shimmered quietly, keeping watch. And always, always there was learning. Not loud, but woven gently into the day. You might pass a home and hear someone reciting verses from a manuscript, or see a young boy practicing calligraphy with lines as smooth as feathers. As the centuries passed, the world changed. Trade routes shifted, empires rose and fell, and Timbuktu, that jewel in the desert, slowly faded from maps and memory. But its stories didn't disappear. Families guarded their manuscripts, passing them from parent to child. The libraries remained, maybe a little dustier, a little dimmer, but no less sacred. Even today you can find them, those quiet rooms, the scent of old ink and ancient paper, scholars still copying, still preserving, still believing in the power of a well-told idea. In a world that rushes, Timbuktu reminds us knowledge doesn't need to shout. It can whisper gently through time. And now, dear listener, you've walked the streets of Timbuktu, felt the hush of its libraries and the warmth of its scholars. Let your mind rest like a book closed after a beautiful chapter. Let the sands cover your worries. Let the river carry you to dreams. Let your mind rest like a book closed after a beautiful chapter. Let the sands cover your worries. Let the river carry you to dreams. As the night deepens, remember, the most powerful stories are often the softest ones. Sleep well, and may your dreams be full of golden light and quiet wonder. Good night.